Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Today, we have a very special guest whose work is closely tied to a very important program, or I would say a scholarship program, which is the Chevening Scholarship Program. And her name is Dunya.
Yes.
Welcome, Dunya.
Thank you for having me.
So, to start with, can you tell us about yourself?
So I'm Dunja. I work at the British Embassy Baghdad, where I've been for 3 weeks now, and very much enjoying Iraq so far. I found that the best time to play tennis is about 10 p.m. when it's slightly cooler, but I've been promised the temperature will continue to decline slowly.
Yeah. I mean, autumn is coming, right?
People have been saying this since I arrived, and it has not got cooler. So I will see.
Like false promises.
Lots of false promises about the temperature.
All good. So now going back to the scholarship program, the Chevening
Yes.
Scholarship. Can you tell us some stuff about it?
So the Chevening Scholarship is the UK's flagship global scholarship program. The applications are currently open for it until November 5th. And what it does is it aims to find people who are going to be the future change makers, global thinkers, leaders in their countries who have a real wish to make their country better in the future, and provide them with the chance to study in the United Kingdom for a year on a fully funded master's.
Now, what about the fields that you are interested in?
There is no field we are interested in. There is no such thing as the typical Chevening scholar. We look for people from film industry, painters, artists, all the way to your traditional medicine, engineer routes. So everyone is welcome to apply for Chevening. There is no specific thing we're looking for other than diversity in applications. So
Nice.
for me, it would be important to see applications from not just Baghdad. That's like, I want to see the whole of Iraq applying for Chevening, preferably.
That would be awesome.
That would be so cool.
Now, what about the type of degree? Is it like a master's degree? Is it like a diploma? I mean,
So it is a 1-year fully funded master's degree in any subject you want. It does not have to be linked to what you did as a bachelor's student, but it has to kind of show how you have to be able to show how you would take that degree and use it to create a better Iraq for future generations.
I see. Now, what about the age limit? Because, so for example, I'm 28.
You can apply.
I can.
You can apply. Do you have a bachelor's?
Well, actually, the problem is I have a master's degree.
You're still eligible. So the only kind of parameters for people wanting to apply for Chevening is they need to have a bachelor's degree and they need to have 2 years work experience.
Okay.
And that also includes unpaid experience, so not just paid jobs. And of course, a good understanding of English.
I see. Now, what if someone has a master's degree in a certain field and wants to maybe do another master's degree in a field which is like closely related to his major? Is that okay?
Of course, that's okay. The whole thing about Chevening is just being able to show how you will use that additional master's to further your career and further the good you can do later on in life.
Now, what about those who want to apply for this scholarship? What kind of mistakes should they avoid?
So, I mean, the first mistake: don't use AI, don't use ChatGPT, don't use anything like that, because your application will be sifted out very early on. So you need to really be authentic, and it needs to come from you. Another common mistake is people are very generic.
I see.
So they talk about why they want to study a specific subject, but not really why the benefit of studying it in the UK. Because there are lots of scholarships around. And so why is it the one that's UK based that is attracting you? What do you want? What kind of relationship do you want to form with the UK? And why would this be helpful in your future? So don't be generic, stand out. We get a lot of applications, so you have to be able to stand out from the pack. And don't speak too much. Just find yourself.
Okay. Now, let's say that my application has been accepted.
Yes.
I think the next step is doing the interview, right?
Yes.
So what about the interview?
So applications are open until November 5th. And then there is a electronic sifting that occurs. And London, the Foreign Office will send British Embassy Baghdad a shortlist. or a long list, which we will create into a short list. And then you'll be called for interview. And the interview process is there'll be a panel. There'll be someone from the embassy. There are usually other Chevening alumni on the panel. And we'll just talk to you about kind of what you want to achieve and your plans for the future and how you think this scholarship and being part of the Chevening network will make that happen.
I see. Okay. Now, what about, let's say, after, being accepted? I mean, lots of people are really, worried about, the money, the accommodation and all this stuff. I mean, will you provide them?
So Chevening is brilliant. It is the experience of a lifetime. And part of the reason for that is it is fully funded. So from visas to flights to and from the UK, to accommodation costs, university fees, a stipend, so basically pocket money, everything is funded by the UK government to basically ensure that Chevening scholars can concentrate on their degrees and also concentrate on, creating a network that will help them in the future and being part of the Chevening network.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about anything, and you really get to experience everything your university has to offer and the UK has to offer, because there's a lot of things to do in the UK. We have a very diverse culture. We have a great music scene. We have castles built in 1066 you can go visit. We have great hiking trails, especially when it's raining.
Nice.
If that's your thing, if you miss rain.
Okay.
So like basically the fact that Chevening is funded in the way it is means you can enjoy your experience and not worry.
That's nice, because I did some research about some like scholarships, and they were all about like studying, and the applicants or the participants are not allowed to get involved in other activities.
Chevening is absolutely not like that. Studying is one part of it, but what really makes this Chevening program and scholarship unique is the fact it's not just about academic studies. It is very much about growing your network, immersing yourself in the culture of the UK, and it's basically a tailored engagement program. So the UK government doesn't just send you and leave you alone for a year to study by yourself. We host Chevening events. We have where you meet alumni from all around the world. So Chevening's active in 160 countries, which means we have a huge, very diverse group of alumni who all share the want and the wish to make their countries a better place, and who are very forward-thinking and just a good place, a good support network for Chevening scholars, because it is lonely moving country, especially if it's the first time you do it. So we provide this massive wraparound, which is there for your year during your master's, but also afterwards. And it is a network you will hopefully stay in contact with for the rest of your life.
Nice.
And it's ever growing.
Now, so what about their English? I mean, I hate to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay.
But what about their English? I mean, do you ask for an IELTS?
So Chevening itself doesn't ask for IELTS, but every university in the United Kingdom will when you go through the application process.
Right.
So while we don't need one, and if you've gone through the application process and written your essays and done your interview, you obviously have good enough English, universities will ask for an IELTS, unfortunately.
Okay, that's cool. Now, I think I have missed a very important question.
Oh, no.
Which is the website.
Chevening.org for all the information you need about the scholarship.
Nice. Now, what about those, who are, let's say, some people might call like too old? Maybe like they're like... their 50s or maybe 40s. Do they have a chance?
Of course.
They do.
There's no age limit on creativity and ambition and drive to make Iraq better for future generations. Like you can start at any age, and as long as you have your bachelor's and 2 years work experience, then please do apply by November 5th.
So when we started this interview, you talked about helping the participants grow, both personally and professionally. So what do you exactly mean by that?
The biggest thing about Chevening, and I've mentioned this already, is it's not just a study abroad program where we expect you to work 24/7 and just be confined to the library or the classroom or your bed. Chevening is really about the whole experience of immersing yourself in a new culture, meeting with different people, and seeing what the UK has to offer and how it can really change your life through these experiences and through being able to explore and meet with people who, like you, want to make the world a better place. And the thing I've heard from Chevening scholars is the thing that impacts their lives most once they come back to their countries is the networks they build. And so you have people from Iraq contacting Chevening scholars in Sudan to kind of discuss very different countries, but you both have the same ambition, and it's nice to have that sounding board and have someone who's going through the same thing as you to then be able to feel better and to have the confidence you need to kind of go forward and try and enact your very ambitious creative plans. And that is the biggest impact Chevening has.
Now, what about one last piece of advice that you would give to those who want to apply for the scholarship?
I mean, simply, if you want to apply, apply. Don't think you're not smart enough. Don't think you're not creative enough. Don't worry about other people and what they're doing and what they'll think. Just apply. Like if you have a wish to impact your country for good, Chevening is a way to do that, and also a way for you to be part of the most wonderful experience in the world. So please do apply. Like I've said, November 5th, applications close. We're very, very excited.
Awesome. Well, Dunya, thank you so much for being here today.
Anytime.
And I enjoyed every single second of this interview with you.
Brilliant. I enjoyed it too. Thank you very much.